Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So kindly type in where you are listening from in the chat box. You type in where you are listening from. Let me know where you are listening, where you are tuning in from, your name and where you are tuning in from. Let me know where my friends are coming from. So now we are family. You get it? We are family of one people. You are trying to make it from the Forex market. So type in where you are listening from, your name and where you are listening from, so that anytime maybe someone will come around and the person is stranded. When the person gets stranded on, maybe you see, when you get to a new place and you don't know anyone there, it becomes very challenging for you to it becomes very challenging. So you type in your name, maybe someone might come to your place and he will need your help. So kindly type in where you are listening from, your name and where you are listening from. All right. So we are having Kevin from Kenya. You're having someone from hello. Mm, yeah, there we are. So we're having someone Mafu from Nungwa. Okay, so anytime I will come to Nungwa, I have to pass around somewhere. We're having Kevin from Kenya. We're having David Asafua from Kumasi. We're having Steven from Kenya. Steven, you've been consistent. We're having Kenya. Obitaya. All right. So yeah, you're all coming from Kenya. I thought you are Ghanaians. Wow. All right. So welcome once again. So let me welcome once again to the live stream. So the live stream continues. So kindly give a like if you join. You give a like on the stream. Kindly click on the thumbs up and give a like. Give a like on the stream. If you join, you give a like. So let me. Kindly give a like if you join the stream. All right. So click. You need to click on. You are more than two. You need to click on the thumbs up button. Okay. All right. So you people have given a like. All right. So the live stream you've been doing it every morning, 6 a.m. to sometimes you go to the extent of 9 a.m. Get it? So you can join every morning if you're having the time. You can join every morning, and I think there's value that you are going to be getting from the live stream. You get it? There's value that you are going to be getting from the live stream. So the secret in this game, the secret to be successful in this game is to show up every day. You need to show up every day. So you guys have been seeing my consistency coming to the chat every day. Because one thing about this game is what it is not promising. Nothing is guaranteed. You are not promised that today you are going to be getting opportunity. Tomorrow is the time opportunity is going to become. Nothing is going to alert you of that sort. So you need to show up every day. That's how you become good at it. But the reason why some people struggle to make it in forex or to make it in the financial market is because they can't keep up on the consistency. You need to show up every day. You need to show up either trade. So sometimes you can nothing is guaranteed in the sense that sometimes you can show up every day and you are still not going to be getting a trade. You get it? So the whole of this week we've been showing up every day, no trade opportunity. You get it? No trade opportunity for us. That's how you need to know. That's why you need to understand. So if you are starting out and you want to be good in this game, showing up is very, very important. Your consistency is very, very important. You don't have to be off today, tomorrow you are on, off today, tomorrow you are on. You need to get known to the chart. Okay, you need to be acquainted with the chart to know how the chart really works and understand the chart very well. You need to show up every day. So consistency is the key to success in forex trading. Okay, because the more you do it, the more you become used to the candles, the movements of the charts, and those stuff. And a lot of people get scared and worried when a lot of people get scared because they are not like they don't know the charts enough. You get it? They don't understand the movements of price enough. That's why a lot of people mostly are not confident to when even trade opportunity or trade presents itself, they are not confident to execute because they are not used to the chart. So you need to show up every day and every day, every day. And one thing about nature too is what there's no way nature is going to disappoint you if you are consistent. Nature mostly want to test you to see whether truly you are interested in whatever you said you want to do. Okay, so being consistent, there's no way you are going to be unlucky for 365 days. It's impossible if you are doing the right thing. Okay, but one thing you need to know is what you have to make sure you are doing the right thing. You can show up 365 days and you'll be doing the wrong thing. That's why mentorship is very important. So you need to show up every day, be consistent on the chat every day, show up, doing the right thing, show up. Within that 365 days, things are going to change in your life. You get it? Things are going to change. So consistency is very, very important. Even not only on trading, in all aspects of life, consistency is very, very important. Trying to gain muscles demands consistency. Trying to be successful in your business demands consistency. If you're a student trying to excel in your academics demands consistency. Everything in life demands consistency. So don't try to cheat the chat. You need to show up every day. Okay, so that's the word of encouragement this morning. So consistency is very important. Even try to apply the same thing in all aspects of life. Even your health, for you to be healthy, you need to eat right every day. Okay, you can't be eating right today, tomorrow you start eating junk foods and those stuffs. It's not going to work well for you. So you need to eat right too as well. Eating right too demands consistency. Your health demands consistency. Everything in life demands consistency. Okay, everything in life demands consistency. So showing up is very, very important. You don't know when trade opportunity is going to present itself. So sometimes I'll come to the chart, I'm unaware whether trade is going to present itself, but as I'm on the charts watching the candles, you see opportunity will present itself. So that's how it works. So consistency is very, very important. Consistency is very, very important. So even in relationships, even in marriages, you need to what? Be consistent. You need to communication is very important, even in what relationships. Communication, you need to be consistent on your communication. Other than that, you are going to lose your what? Your lover or your partner. So everything demands consistency. So on the chat, you need to show up every day. All right, so let's move on to the chat. Let's move to the chat and see what the the market is doing. So this week I would say has been tough. So this is one of the things that mostly I'm very happy this thing is happening this week. This is one of the things that normally happens on in the charts. You get it, and I'm very, very happy we are seeing it happening this week. So showing up on the chart every day is not a guaranteed that you are going to be getting trade, and I'm very, very happy this thing going the whole week. Tomorrow is Friday, so the market is going to test your patience to see. So let me clear everything. So let's move straight to the chart and do the analysis. All right, let's move straight to the chart and do the analysis. So before we will start the analysis, we need to check the economic calendar and see what's going on, what's happening. Economic calendar to see what's happening. All right, let's see what's happening. So today is 31st, and one thing you have to understand is what today is the last day of the month, and the monthly candle is going to close today. The monthly time frame candle is going to close today, and you understand, and when a candle is going to close, as it is about to settle down, the battle still what's intense. Buyers and sellers are trying to what to intensify their control. So you need to understand, if the monthly candle is about to close, things happen. You can get fake out, you can get a lot of manipulations on the chart. So since today is the last day of the month, we need to be very, very careful. We need to be very, very careful, because the month is about to end today, and this week too is what? This week too is NFP. Tomorrow is NFP week. Sorry, tomorrow is NFP day. You get it? And NFP day, since it is high volatile news and employment data, a lot of investors are what? Reserved, waiting for the news to be released. And next week is what? Election. So if you are not careful, you are going to lose a lot to the market. So very, very patient. You need to be very patient. Wait for the right setup. Be patient and wait for the right setup. Okay, if you're already trading, you need to be very, very patient to wait for the right setup before you execute a trade. You get it? Before you execute a trade. All right, so let's refresh our economic calendar and see what's happening or what's happening. So today is 31st of what? October 2024. I hope this, as you people discovered me, things has really changed for some people. When it used to, there was a time that people were losing money, a lot of money, and now I'm very sure now your losses has declined, or as you consistently started following me, your losses has what? Declined. I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy. Those times you used to be taking like 5, 10 trades within a day. Now I'm very sure those things are stopped. You stop doing those things. That stress you put on yourself, that stress of taking trades, you think like trading is all about the, so far as it is a day trading. So today I'll try and do a video on the things that I wish I knew. So I'll try and record a video and post it on my YouTube channel. So far as it is called day trading, doesn't mean you have to take trades every day. So far as it is called day trading, doesn't mean you need to take trades every day. It is day trading, doesn't mean you need to take trades every day. You get it? Yeah, the market doesn't owe you anything. So you need to be patient and wait for the right thing. So Thursday, 31st of October, 2024. So I hope you guys are warming up for next year. Next year should be one great year for a lot of people over here. So on learning session, so on Thursday during the Asian session, we had what? The China manufacturing PMI. Chinese had what? Manufacturing PMI. Japan to Bank of Japan outlook reports, Bank of Japan policy rates, monitoring policy rates. So those who are confused, this is an economic calendar. So anytime you come to the chart first, one thing you need to understand is what you have to see what the macroeconomic to know the macroeconomic activities or the macroeconomic events. That's the first thing as a day trader you need to check out to see if there was high impact news. So if you're having a strategy and the strategist is telling you you need to focus solely on what? Technical analysis without checking the fundamentals. So I'm very happy. So David Asafo is saying my analysis have become sharper now. I'm very grateful for that. That means what I need to. So these messages makes me what? Be consistent to show up every day to help other people. Because when I started, it was very difficult. I struggled. There was back and forth. I struggled a lot. Okay, as I always say, because trading a lot, you don't have specific way of doing things in trading. A lot of people, since a lot of people are doing things on the chart, as I'm seeing, maybe if there's on the chart, if I'm seeing a buy, someone who is seeing a sell. So that makes trading very difficult. Everyone view or everyone's understanding about the market is different from each other. So we can be two traders can be in a room and they are going to be watching the same chart, but everyone is going to be seeing things differently. That makes trading very difficult. We don't have set rules on how to analyze a market or how to take trades. Okay, a set rule like when this aligns, you need to input a trade. When this align, you need to input a trade. That makes trading very difficult. That makes trading very difficult because everyone is doing different things. Everyone believes whatever he is doing is what giving him success. Everyone believes whatever he's doing is what is having an edge in the market. Okay, so it makes trading difficult as a beginner. If you are starting out, to know which one to stick, which strategy to stick with becomes very difficult. Okay, but you need to. So that's why it's very important to stick to one person. Don't be roaming about. You will get confused more. Tomorrow someone is using other block. Yesterday, tomorrow someone is using. Tomorrow, maybe today you are using other block, ICT. You are using fair value gap. You are using trend line, support and resistance. You have clouded your mind with a lot of things. You've crowded your mind with a lot of things. You are going to get confused a lot because ICT is telling you need to buy. Fair value gap is telling you it is not time for you to buy. Like a lot of strategies that is in your mind. That's why you are not profitable. So a lot of people are not profitable because of this thing. Okay, a lot of people are not profitable because of late, and you are confused to yourself. And I know you are listening to me and you are a victim of that. You are confused because you are focusing on a lot of things. That's not what is going to guarantee you profitability. Sticking to one thing, making sure you are a master of that thing, so you can go and come back 6 years later. You come and I'm doing the same thing. I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to change my strategy, because so far as that strategy has given me, has I've been able to achieve certain things using the same strategy. Why should I change things? There's no need for me to change my strategy. You get it? If it is not working today, it might work tomorrow. If it is not giving me opportunity today, it will give me opportunity tomorrow. So you need to be what? You need to stick to one thing. Don't crowd your mind with a lot of things. Don't crowd your mind with a lot of things. It becomes very difficult for you to be profitable with such attitude or behavior, and you are going to be losing. And consistency, your journey, you are going to prolong your journey in the game if you want to be consistent. So as I was saying the other time, I can put two traders in a room. One has no knowledge about how trading works. I'm going to tell the person how I trade. One person too is having a lot of strategies, how a lot of understands how a lot of strategy works. He understands how psychological level works. He understands how fair value works. He understands how other block. One person understands all these things, other fair value gap, other blocks, psychological levels. I mentioned the strategies, smart money concept, a lot of strategies that people are using now in the system. You get it? And I'm betting you, the person who has no knowledge about trading, I'm teaching him my strategy, is going to be profitable than the person who is crowded with all these strategies, trend line, fair value gap, psychological ledgers, other blocks, smart money concept. The moment you hear of a new thing, you jump into that. That person that has no knowledge about how trading works is going to be profitable than the person who is what? Having all this knowledge in mind. The person is not going to be profitable, because he always what is experiencing analysis paralysis, confused on what to choose from. You get it? So that's how it works. So you need to stick to one thing. And if it is not working today, doesn't mean it's not working, it's not going to work tomorrow. That's how trading works. So you need to be patient and don't feel FOMO. Someone is taking trades, so you too, since your strategy hasn't aligned, you are going to take the trade. It doesn't work that way. So Thursday, so during the Asian session, this is where the news that happened. This is the economic calendar for checking. So if you're a beginner, you need to check the economic calendar. So the economic calendar, I use Forex Factory, but you're having different platforms that you can be checking out, use it to check those fundamentals. We are having my FX book. You can use investing.com, other tools, but the one that I use is forexfactory.com. So you can check it out. This is the economic calendar. So during the lending session, we are not having any high impact news, and I think since it is daylight savings, the economic this thing has changed to what the economic the time has changed. Okay, so now lending session starts at 8 a.m. GMT. Okay, so you convert it to your local time. If you are not in, you convert it to your local time. So lending session now starts at 8 a.m. GMT. That's when you are going to see volume in the market. Okay, so New York session 2 is going to start from next week. Is going to start 1 p.m. GMT. Okay, but I think this week hasn't taken effect yet. But the lending session has taken effect. It starts at 8 a.m. GMT. You get it? It starts at 8 a.m. GMT. So on Friday, so today is Thursday, so 12:30. So today we are going to be having employment cost index and unemployment claims. So when you talk about employment cost index, what it means is what? Just simple what? Job data. Okay, so you need to understand the meaning of what? The economic data and the effect and the numbers that you are seeing over here, its effect on the economic activities. So unemployment claims means what? A lot of people claiming unemployment benefits. So if a lot of people are claiming unemployment benefits, what it happens is what? It's going to affect the government expenses are going to increase, or government expenditure is going to increase. So it's very bad for what? The economy. It's not good for the government to be spending more, even though when the government spends more, a lot of money is going to come into the system, which is going to result as what? Is going to bring about inflation. If government spends more money, a lot of money is going to be in the system. If a lot of money is in the system, a lot of people are going to get a lot of money to spend. which is going to cause what? Prices of goods and services to increase. So one way it's good, unemployment is going to result as something good to the economy, but taking unemployment in general, it's not good for the economy. You get it? Unemployment is not good. A lot of people claiming unemployment benefits is going to result as what? The government spending more. Government expenditure is going to increase. So it is not good. So let's check the data that is about what? The data that was attached to. So yesterday it happened that what you were projecting, the numbers wasn't exact. Okay, so that's why I've always been saying the numbers that you see, this data that you have been seeing, if it is right, everyone is going to be millionaire today, or everyone is going to be millionaire. Okay, everyone is going to be rich. So these numbers are just projection or speculation. So you don't have to take it as factual. It's just speculation, it's just prediction. So yesterday it happens the numbers wasn't right, the forecasted number. So this is the forecasted number. The numbers that came was what? 110, and the actual numbers that came was what? 233. You get it? So which was what? Different from the forecasted number. So if the numbers that came, this is an employee, ADP is a number of employed people in for last month. So that what happened was what? 233, and the forecasted number was what? 110. You get it? So that means employment, where there was a lot of people getting employed in the economy. So that's why we saw the dollar. Initially I was forecasting, or I projected the dollar to be weak, but when the actual number came, or when the actual number came in, it happens to be what? A lot of people get employed. You get it? So that's why we saw gold to the dollar to be what? To be strong. So that's why if you check the charts, you can see, if you check gold chart, you can see what? Gold fell yesterday. There was a fall in gold. So around 12:15, if you want to test, or if you want to see what happened yesterday, so around 12:15, right? So yesterday was 29th, around 12:15. Yesterday was 30th. So you see, this was the news. Was it 12:15? Yeah, this was 12:15. So this is the news candle. So you saw gold falling. You get it? The reason was what? The dollar was strong. Okay, because a lot of people got employed. So if a lot of people are employed, it's good for the economy. So that's why we saw gold falling before it's. So if you check it with other related, any other US related pair, you can see what? Gold also, the dollar also gained strength. So checking GBP USD around yesterday. Yesterday was 30th. 30th. So you saw GBP USD what? Falling. Falling means what? It means the dollar gained strength. You get it? The dollar was strong. So that's why we are seeing the dollar for the pound USD falling. Okay, so you need to understand one thing I'm trying to bring on board is what? These numbers that you are seeing over here are not, they are not factual, unless the actual number is the factual one. Okay, the actual number is the reality, but these ones are just for the forecasted number is just a speculation, just a forecast. Okay, just a prediction. But the previous numbers is what happened in the previous month. You get it? So when it comes to last month's data, which is going to be released this month, this is the actual one. Okay, so if you check the ones that hasn't been released, you can see that the actual one hasn't been released yet. Okay, the actual ones hasn't been released. So if you can be using these numbers to do your projection, you can be using these numbers to be doing your analysis. So as I was saying, the unemployment claim. So this one, we are having a lot of mixed data over here. We're having core PC, purchasing. Is it purchasing price, consumer expenditure? Let me check the meaning of the PC. So personal consumption expenditure. Okay, so it's also like CPI. Okay, it's also like an inflation data. So we're having a lot of mixed data. The same time, we are having 12:30. We are going to be having what? 12:30. We are going to be having PCE. 12:30. We are going to be having employment cost index. 12:30. We are going to be having unemployment claim. So this is a mix of data at the same time. Okay, at the same time, a mix of what? economic data at the same time. So one thing you need to take note, or one thing you need to understand is what, since you're having a mix of data, you are going to be having what, a lot of manipulation. Price can just be, you are going to be experiencing volatility. Okay, a lot of volume is going to come into the market. Price can be moving up and down, fast, rapid movements in price at this particular time, because you are going to be having a mix of data. So one thing you need to understand is what, core piece, personal consumer expenditure can maybe happen to be rising. You get it? It can happen to be rising the moment when employment cost data also got released. One thing you are going to be experiencing is what, it can also start falling at the same time. You get it? And when unemployment claims is also released, you can also experience it's also going to fall and rise. Okay, rise and fall. You get it? So one thing you need to understand is what, when we are having this, when it is time for this data to be released, you don't have to be what, be involved in these times. Okay, stay out from the market. If you are in trade and the trade is, you are in profit in the trade, one thing I'm going to advise you to be, or recommend or admonish you to be doing is what, you can break even, okay, and allow the trade to be running. If you are in loss and you are comfortable, you are okay, you have set or determined you've gotten your predetermined risks. One thing you need to, what you can be doing is also to what, either accept the risks and be in the trade, or you close the trade if you know maybe the profit is not as what you are expecting. You close the trade for the news to be released. Okay. Or if you are in profit enough for you, if you are okay, if you are in profit and you think you can close your profit, you need to close the trade at that point in time. Okay, so we're having three things involved. If you are in profit, you can either break even, expecting the news to go in your favor. If you strongly believe in the fundamentals and you think the fundamentals is going to move in your favor, you can just break even and hold the trade. And if you think maybe the news is going to affect you negatively, you think the news is going to come into your it come to your entry level, stop you out, then I think if you are in profit, you need to close the trade and bag in the little that you've gotten from the market. And if you are in trade and you are in loss now, and the loss is not it hasn't gotten to your stop loss, and you think maybe you strongly don't believe in the fundamentals and you think it's going to go further against you, then you need to close the trade and you accept the little one that you've lost. Okay, so three things involved over here. So this news is going to be very impactful. Unemployment and employment at the same time, and consumer pricing, something like inflation at the same time, is going to be very chaotic. So you need to understand. All right, so that's it for the fundamentals. So I think the lending session, you are not going to be having any high impact news. We are not having any high impact news for today. You are not having any high impact news for today. All right, so this week, the market structure, the price movement is not all that smooth. It's not smooth like that according to the way I normally see the charts. So it's part of the market, it's part of the game. You need to accept how the market moves. You get it? You need to understand how price move. Sometimes market structure will be smooth, other times too it's not going to be smooth. Sometimes a textbook trade is going to prevail, it's going to avail itself, but other times too the market is going to be very, very hard for you to. So that's what most of the times a lot of struggling traders and beginners traders can't wait. Trading is all about being patient. You need to be patient and wait for the right thing to happen before you execute. When right thing hasn't happened, you just have to be reserved. You just have to be watching, fold your arms and be watching the charts. Okay, other than that, if you think every day, as I'm saying, day trading doesn't mean it is what you need to take trades every day. Day trading doesn't mean you need to take trades every day. So if you think every day you need to take opportunity, you need to take trades on the charts, then you're going to be losing a lot, because some weeks the market is going to be very, very rough. You are not seeing clear moves in the chart. Okay, so since I said someone can be seeing clear moves, other for me too, I'm not seeing clear moves based on the person's way of seeing the market, based on the understanding level of the person, okay, and understanding and experience level of the person. So everyone sees the chart differently. You need to understand that. Okay, so as I'm saying, price, market structure, or price movement, the pattern hasn't been smooth. It hasn't been nice to me this week. Okay, so zero trades this week. So let's move on. Let's analyze and see whether you are going to get opportunity before the lending open. So lending is going to open around 8 a.m. GMT. So let's see on the monthly time frame. So normally I analyze from the higher time frame to the lower time frame every day, same thing every day. Okay, so the only thing that is going to change is your loss size, the amount of money you used to bet on a trade. So you analyze from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. So when it comes to the monthly time frame, you need to identify the various level that price might it might prevent price from either moving down or what it's rate testing on. So the monthly time frame, you having support level over here. You get it. So since price hasn't broken through this one, you're having support levels over here. You get it. So you need to pay attention to them. These are the various levels. Anytime price will get to this side, you are going to see a reaction. So if you move up over here, you can see price as what? When the moment price got to this side, we saw an action. Okay, there was a reaction over here. So price moved up, retested. You get it. Price moved up, retested. So this is the nature of the market. Anytime price will get to a key level, anytime price will get to what? An equilibrium point. So equilibrium point simply means a point of interest or a point area where price and sellers meet. Okay, so this buyers, this is sellers. This is an equilibrium level. Okay, equilibrium point. So a level where buyers and sellers meet. So there was a challenge over here. There was a challenge in the sense that what, who to control the market or to who to take over the market. Buyers were trying to move price up, sellers were trying to move price down. So this point is an equilibrium point, a point where buyers and sellers struggle to what, take over. So anytime price is going to move again, to price is going to move up, we are going to see reaction over here again, because previously, because in trading you know or when price got here the other time, we had what, a pullback. So anytime price is going to get to this level again, you are going to see reaction, or price is either going to break through. So there are two things involved. So that's why always when price gets to this level, we normally what, stay back and watch what's going to happen. Okay, before price will move through. So that's how this is the nature of the market. So you need to take note. So we're having some reactional level, we're having some points of interest, we're having reactional levels over here. So anytime price will get to this level, you're going to see reaction. So when you move to the weekly time frame, so we are done with the monthly time frame. So on the monthly time frame, this is what you are going to be expecting. Okay, this is what you are going to be expecting. So when you move to the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame, we need to identify the various levels. Okay, we need to identify the various levels. So normally I use with the direction of the markets, or with my directional bias, I focus on this thrift time frame, this higher time frame. So I'm more like a swing day trader. You get it? I'm more like a swing day trader because I need to wait for a lot of confirmations for me to execute. Okay, when it comes to the direction of the market, when it comes to who is in control of the market, I normally focus on these three time frames to make decision. So on the weekly time frame, I factor the weekly, daily, and H4. These are what my limits for the directional bias of the market. Aside those time frames, I don't go lower to look for the directional bias. But when it comes to entry, I can be checking the H1, the 30-minute, the 15-minute. But when it comes to where the market is heading to, where the direction of the market, I normally focus on these three time frames: the weekly, the daily, and the H4 time frame. These are the time frames that I normally use to make decisions. So I'm more like day trader, swing trader. Okay. So anytime I'll get a move, I normally the move normally move well. Okay. I get a lot of pips in that. I don't want to stress myself. I don't want to be glued to the chart. Like, you see, the more you take trades, the more it affects your psychology. So I don't want to be doing that. That's why I decided to choose this way of trading, because it gives me a peace of mind and stress free. Trading becomes very easy. But when I started, there was a lot of pressure on me, because every move I think I have to be in. Okay, every move I think I have to be. I was thinking every move I need to what catch it. Every move. You can't catch all the candles. You can't catch all price movements. You get it. You just, as a trader, what is demanded from you? You just need a small move in the market, and you are going to be making a lot of money. You don't need a lot from the market. You need just a small move from the market, and you are going to be what, making a lot of money in the market. You get it. So that's how it normally works. So you need to understand this principle, and it's going to save you a lot. So when it comes to the weekly time frame, as I said, I need to identify my directional bias on the weekly time frame. You get it? On the weekly time frame, I need to identify. So the direction of the market, or what my directional bias, is a downtrend. You get it? The downtrend. Initially, the market was an uptrend. It was an uptrend. You get it? So the moment this is a point, it got invalidated. So as this point got invalidated, price tends towards a downtrend. So now price is a downtrend. You get it? Price is a downtrend. You can see we are having what, price was moving up. Price was moving up. You can see the levels. So the moment this candle broke, it tends towards a downtrend. So currently on the weekly time frame, we are still in a downtrend. Okay, so it's always best to be in what the market is doing. So when you move, so this is the only thing that I need from the weekly time frame, my levels and the direction of the market at the weekly time frame. So at the weekly time frame, that direction is a downtrend. So when you move to the daily time frame to what is the market doing over there? So on the daily time frame, it's kind of not clear. You get it? The structure looks like it's not clear. So mostly when it is not clear, you don't have to force things to happen. Okay, so it looks like we're having a support over, we're having a resistance over here. Price was moving down like this. So the moment it broke through, the moment this candle broke through, trend turned towards an uptrend continuation. So currently price is in what? Price is in an uptrend. Okay, so we're having a key level over here. So if you want to see the various levels, you turn it towards a line chart for you to see, because sometimes, because of the gaps in the market, you don't see the various levels well. So you turn it to a line chart, you are going to see the levels are going to be it's going to be clear on the chart for you. So this is what an uptrend. When price is moving up again, you need to understand that there's going to be reaction over here. So the reaction can be what? A breakout reaction, or what? A retest reaction. Okay, a breakout reaction or a retest reaction. So I'm going to use a line over there. So anytime price will get there, I'm either going to be out from the market, or I'm just going to break even. So it's still in an uptrend. So now you're having the weekly to be what? So let me plot out, or so the confluence is, my confluence, the weekly is what? The weekly is a downtrend, still downtrend. The daily time frame, is still what? The daily too is an uptrend. So these are my various confluence. So the daily time frame has gotten to a reactional level. So that's why you see, anytime you see price rate tested on the level, the body of the candle close exactly on the level. You get it? So it tells you that this level is a sensitive level to price. Okay, so the level rejected price, or it rejected a candle from moving down. You get it? So you see how powerful those levels are. So that's why I call it what? Reactional or sensitive levels. They are very sensitive. Anytime price is going to get there, we are going to see reaction. So the reaction is what? Initially price was moving up, so you were supposed to see bearish candles, but what happened? We are now seeing green candles. We are seeing bullish candles. So this level is a reactional. Price is going to react. So the reaction can be either breakout or retest. You get, so that's why you are seeing price now pulling back. The body of the candle closed exactly on the level. Okay, so normally if you are making confirmations, if you are trying to to conclude on a trend. You don't use the wicks to make a conclusion, or you don't use the wick to what, to make your justification. You have to use the candle. So the body of the candle closed. So it tells you that the trend is still valid to be an uptrend. It's changed, but since, so the wicks, we don't pay attention to the wicks most of the times. We don't use the wicks normally for body of the candle. Okay, not the wicks. The wicks are just sessional levels, level that price got to for the session. That's not what. That's not what do you call it? We don't use wicks to make our final judgment. So price is currently retesting, making a reaction, retesting, moving up. So let's see. We can't just take a buy because price has got into that level. We need to seek for confirmations before you make a conclusion. So when you check the H4 time frame, so reading the market on the H4 time frame, looking at what price is doing over here, you need to ask yourself, so when you come to the H4 time frame, who exactly is in control of the market? This is a tough question you need to ask yourself. Who exactly is in control of the market? Is it buyers who are in control or sellers who are in the control? Because in the market, in the financial market, only two things are involved, only two actions that we take. We are either going to take a buyer's action, or we are either going to take what? We are either going to buy, or we are either going to sell. So you need to ask yourself, when it comes to the H4 time frame, who exactly is in control of the market? Is it buyers or sellers? So we now have to read the market. So the market is like a language, okay? It's like a language. You need to read to understand who is in control of the market. If you can't read the market, you can't trade. That's the best. That's the hard truth I have to tell you. If you can't read the market, you can't trade. If you can't read the market, you need to read to know who is in control. Okay, so we read to understand who is in control of the market. So looking at the trend, for instance, looking at the market structure, price is currently what? Price is currently moving up. Okay, it was moving up. It was moving up. So if you want to understand how to read the market, if you want to understand how to know who is in control of the market, then you need to join my mentorship group. I'm going to take you through how to be able to and those things. If you join my mentorship group, I'm going to help you out. You get it? I'm going to help you out. So if you want me to mentor you, you can join my private group. You can chat me up and you join the private group. All right. So as I'm saying, you need to read control of the market. So currently, the party, or is it buyers who are in control of the market or sellers who are in control of the market? So I can see price was what, moving up, down, up. So initially it was what, an uptrend. So as price broke, it got invalidated. This level got invalidated. This level got price invalidated. The uptrend invalidated. So currently price is what, in a downtrend. Okay, price is in a downtrend. So made a pullback. It made a pullback, retested. So price is currently what's in a downtrend, but it's kind of very complex to know. Price is currently in a downtrend. Okay, price is currently in a downtrend because these are various levels. But the moment this leg broke, made a pullback, retested. Currently, price is in what, a downtrend. So when it comes to the daily time frame, the daily time frame is what, a downtrend. Sorry, the H4 time frame rather. The 4-hour time frame. Okay, so the H4 simply means 4 hours. So the H4 time frame is currently what, a downtrend. H4 time frame is currently a downtrend. So you need to understand that. The H4 time frame is currently a downtrend. You get it. The H4 time frame is currently a downtrend. So when it comes to, so now you need to understand, weekly time frame is a downtrend, daily time frame is an uptrend, H4 time frame is a downtrend. So in IF, at best, it is always good, or you become profitable. You normally get good trades when all these time frames are in one direction. But here is the case, you're having inconsistencies among these time frames. We're having weekly time frame, the trend is a downtrend, because you are going to be using this one to make decision when you move to the lower time frames. Okay, so you call this one multiple time frame analysis or top down analysis, analyzing from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. You get it? I'm not saying you can't focus solely on 15 minutes to be making money. You can be making money, but the best way to do it is what? Do your top down analysis, focusing on the higher time frame, making a decision on the higher time frame, knowing the direction of the market, your directional bias, and what you move to the lower time frames to make your decision. So sometimes it's not necessary you need to go to the lower time frame. Sometimes you can be getting trades and you can be getting setups and entries on these time frames. So it's not necessary you have to go to the lower time frame every day to be taking trades. Sometimes these time frames can give you a setup, and at the same time it can give you an entry. So that's what you need to understand. So the weekly time frame is a downtrend, daily time frame uptrend, H4 downtrend. So you are seeing the inconsistency among them. So weekly and H4 is the time frame. But normally, even if I'm going to choose two of these time frames, I normally based on the daily and H4. That's my recommended one to be doing. If weekly is doing different thing, daily and H4 being in direction, I'm going to select those time to use it for my conclusion. I normally going to focus on these two time frame. But if weekly is in the same direction, it becomes bonus for me. But if mostly I don't like it in a way that weekly is a downtrend, when these two time frames are the same, I don't like it that way. I like it in a way that when daily and H4 is in the same direction, that's when I'm going to choose. Or maybe when weekly and daily is in the same direction, you can be choosing the bias. But I normally prefer when daily and H4 is in the same direction. That's when I choose make my conclusion on. So I prefer it this way. So this is my preferable time frames. Okay, this is my preferable time frames. I normally prefer it to be in this way. Okay, I normally prefer it to be in this way. But if weekly and daily too is in the same direction, you can be taking it. If weekly, daily, H4 are in the same direction, then it's a bonus for you. Okay, you are going to get big moves. So that's what. So now choosing my directional bias is going to be very difficult. Okay, choosing my directional bias is going to be difficult unless I wait. Okay, unless I wait for the. So since the daily time frame is a higher time frame, which is in an uptrend, which is in an uptrend, I rather wait for the H4 time frames to shift direction to to be in accordance or in line with the H4 time frame to make a decision. So I'm not interested in this buy, even though it has gotten to a key level. You can go to the lower time frame to be looking for an entry. I don't like it that way. I want H4 to shift structure. Currently it's in a downtrend. So only point price is going to shift structure is when it has broken this one. You get it. So I will prefer price to break through, made a retest, then find a key level to take a buy. That's what I would prefer. As I'm saying, you can be moving to the lower time frame, you can be seeing a nice trend and those things, but I don't like it that way. What I like to see is the H4 to shift structure, to shift direction, to be in accordance with or to be in line with the daily time frame. That's when I'm going to be taking a buy. But at this point, I don't like the buy going on. Even though we're having tradable zones, you can be seeing tradable zones over here. These are the various. You have 26 pips range over here. If you look left, you are going to be seeing clean zones. But one thing is directional bias comes first before identifying the zones, identifying the support and resistances. To me, Everything is subjective. Someone is busily looking for a buy over here. I don't care. That's not how I see the market. That's not what my experience level tells me. So you need to do things based on your experience level, based on your success, what has given you success or what has given you winning trades before. So that's why always journaling is what very, very important. You need to journal your trades. You need to journal your trades to know what is working for you. Don't trade blindly. Don't be doing things randomly. So someone is busily looking for a buy over here. I don't care. That's not how I trade. If I look at my past trade, this is not how it looks like. So I have to do things like exactly how my past trades were doing. That's the most important thing in trading. So I don't care. I'm not willing to be looking for, I'm not a scalper. I don't look for 10 pips, 20, short pips. Okay. So someone who can busily be looking for a buy over here, I don't care. If the person gets a winning trade, I don't care. I'm strongly or I'm patiently waiting for my setup to appear. If not this week, if not today, if not tomorrow, I'm going to wait for it so it comes. Trading is all about being patient. Don't throw money away just like that. That's how it works. So patiently, what I'm going to be looking for, my directional bias is this is how it's going to be like look like. Waiting for price to break. When price break, it's going to what? Either this is going to be the first break. So if it breaks this one, first one, if the first one got broken, trend has changed. No, if the first one get broken, so you know what? So this is the point price broke, shifted structure. This is the point the structure got shifted. So we were having the levels over here. We were having what? High and low. So this were the highs. This were the high. This were the high. This were the low. So price break. So what? So this is the low. So until price has broken through, okay, this is the high, this is the low. So anything within this one is still what, a downtrend, since it is in the range of this one, unless this one has been broken before the trend will change. You get it? So anything within this range is still a downtrend. That's what you need to understand. So that's why I'm saying it's always important to understand how to read the market. Reading the market is very, very important. So price is currently in what, a downtrend. No matter what this one I'm seeing is still in a downtrend. So I would prefer price to break. You get it? If price break, make a retest or make a retest over here before making a retest on this key level before I'll go in for a buy. But for the meantime, I'm not interested in the sell. I'm not interested in a buy. What I'm interested in, what, price to what, move up, break this one, be in line with what, the higher time frame, which is the daily time frame. Then I will go for a buy. That's what I'm looking for on the chart. For the meantime, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm going to be looking for on the chart. So until then, this week has been boring. You see, in trading, your job is to execute. Okay, your job is to execute. So if you are not getting job, you become something like an idle man. You get it? An idle man. It becomes boring. You feel you get the happiness is when trade is moving. When you are in trade, that's the joy in trading. But if nothing is moving, you are just watching, it becomes very boring. But it's part of the game. It's That's the nature of trading. You need to accept it. Since you are in the industry, you need to accept it. So if you can't be there, if you are someone who love doing something every second, like love taking action every second, then you can't be in the trading for long. You get it? Because sometimes, as I said, patience is the game of the is the this thing motto for this game. You need to always be patient and wait for right things to happen. So this is what I'm expecting on GBP US is for it to happen. So if you're having those on YouTube, if you're having any chat that you want me to analyze, you're having any question, you can drop it in the chat box and make sure you have given a like on the stream so that I will keep on doing. Other than that, I'm going to stop. And I know I've helped a lot of people trading this thing as 10. They are trading journey They were previously struggling, but a lot of people's trading this thing has changed. So let's move to USD So mostly, if I new over here, I normally focus on these three pairs. I focus on the USD sometimes, and GJ and gold, GBP USD. These are the four pairs that I normally analyze. But if you're having any pair that you think you are in a trade and you are either draw down, you are not confident in the trade, I can have a look at it. So you can drop it in the chat box. If you have any question to it, and kindly drop it in the chat box, and what you talk about it, I will address your concern. So moving to the same principle that is going to be applied. There's no different strategy I apply in every single currency or every currency pair. The same strategy, the same analysis I apply in all the currency pairs that I trade. So it's the same thing every day, every day. So you come 6 years later, you come around and I'll still be doing the same thing. That's the trading. Nothing changes. If you figure out what works for you, nothing is going to change. Okay, nothing is going to change. What is going to change is the amount of money you are going to use it to bet. Because your confidence level, when your confidence level increases, you increase your risk level too. So your risk appetite also increases. So on the monthly time frame, these are the various levels. Okay, this is the reactional level. So you guys are seeing the reaction happening. The moment price go to that level, you are seeing the reaction. But one thing you need to understand is what these levels, when you move to the lower time frame, it is easily to get invalidated. You know, anytime price gets to, when price is buying and price starts retracing, when it gets to support on the higher time frame, you are going to see a reaction. Okay, you are going to see a pullback at the higher time frame. That's what mostly it happens on the higher time frame. But when you move to time frames like the M30 time frame, the M50 time frames, it's normally got invalidated. It's that normally it doesn't get respected. Most of the times it's not doesn't get respected. That's what you need to understand about the various time frames. So time frames is very, very important when it comes to trading. Time frame is very, very important. You need to understand the time frame you are going to be focusing on. Some of the time frames are not profitable time frames in the sense that it easily gets invalidated. But when it comes to the higher time frame, so my higher time frame can be someone's lower time frame. You get it? So that's why I'm saying trading is subjective. So it's based on your experience level, what is giving you profitability. So my higher time frames are the weekly, daily, H4 time. These are the time frames that mostly when support and resistances, when you're having support and resistances or reactional levels, it normally gets respected or it hold. It normally hold. Those levels normally gets hold. So you need to understand that. So on the monthly time frame, we're having what? A reactional level, but this one is going to take a long time for price to get there because this is the monthly time. So let's try and read the monthly time frame. So you see, today is the end of the month, and this is the monthly time frame. So what I'm expecting it to happen on the monthly time frame is what price will surely create a support. Okay, so now price has broke this one. So now price is what you get it. The body of the candle has broken above this one. So it tells you that what price is what an uptrend. Price is an uptrend pullback. Okay, it is in an uptrend and it has now pulled back. It is now creating what? It is now giving us a support level. So now you are going to be having multiple support level at this particular point or this particular level. We're having support. Okay, so we're having multiple supports at this particular level. You get it? So the chances that this level is going to hold, if anytime price will pull back on this level, is going to be high because this monthly time frame. You get it? Because these candles you are seeing, one thing you need to understand is this candles that you are seeing is what at the monthly time frame. Every month, a candle is forming, a candle is closed every month. So this is, I think it can be 2 years. So it started just this one, starting from here to here. This one is what it has taken like 2020. Okay, December 2020. So let's say 2021 to 2024. It is 3 years of data. 4 years of yeah 4 years of data that you are seeing over here. So when you see support or resistances on those time frames, one thing you need to understand, or one thing you need to know, is what it's going to hold. Because before a support, so this is a 2 month before the support is getting uh, this support or this market pattern over here is forming. So one thing you need to understand, that if price is pulling back, it is not going to break it easily. It is really going to struggle for price to break through. That's what you need to understand. Because so that's why I'm saying you need to understand the time frame you are dealing with. Create a support 50 minutes for, it's going to take 30 minutes for a bullish and bearish candle to form, and you think it's going to hold for long. It's not going to hold for long. It's going to easily be invalidated, because it doesn't take long for it to what form. But when it comes to the monthly time frame, it really takes longer time. This support you are seeing, this one was last month, this one is this month ending. 2 months of support, 2 months for a support to be created, and you think price is going to break it easily. It's going to take a long time for price to be invalidated. So that's what you need to understand. These levels are very high too. So since price is creating a support over here, the chances that price is going to continue up is very high, because you're having, if you look left, you're having tradable zones. You get it? Tradable zone. So before price will as price is heading up, it's not going to struggle. As in, we are not having any support and resistances looking left. So price is going to move straight. That's when you are going to see. So if it is easy for you to determine if there's going to be volume, as in more people, volume in the market, or you are going to see rapid movements in the uptrend, or the bullish, you are going to see rapid movement for price to move up. When you don't have any support and resistances looking left, it is easily to predict, or it is easily to see price is going to move up. Okay, so as price has made the rate test, as price has created a support, price is going to head up to this side easily. Okay, easy for price to what move to this side. So the monthly time frame is what an uptrend, and it is what we are having a high chances that price is going to create this support over here. The chances that price is going to create that support over there is very high, no doubt about it. You get? So when you move to the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame, this is what we are having over here. So on the monthly time frame, I don't depend on it for my directional bias, but normally, as I said, the weekly and the daily H4 are my time frame for that directional bias. So let's indicate the directional bias. So USD CHF on the monthly time frame, the directional bias. So the directional bias is what the price is in, what reading the price, reading the chart. Price is currently an uptrend. You get it? Price is currently, it was previously a downtrend, made a lower low, lower high. You get it? So the moment this candle broke, it turns what an uptrend. So currently, price is what in an uptrend. Price, the weekly time frame. So after accumulating all these time frames together, you decide on which bias to go for. So the weekly time frame is what the weekly bias is, what an uptrend. The weekly bias is an uptrend. What of the daily bias? So after identifying the trend or the direction of the after identifying the direction of the market, you need to what identify the reactional levels, the key levels, the sensitive levels. So you see price, even as price was breaking, you saw the exhaustions. You see the upper wick, these are the exhaustion candles. So it's telling you that what it is telling you that this level is very sensitive. So price is going to react over here. So we are having the support, so as price has broken through, it is now support, but previously it was a resistance. So for me to get a level accurately, I turn it to a line chart. The price is currently what an uptrend. So looking left, we're having what clean zones over here. So let's move to the weekly time frame is an uptrend. So let's move to the daily time frame. So what's the daily time frame doing? What's the daily time frame doing specifically? So the daily time frame, you can see a lot of ups and down. Buy, sell, bullish candle, bearish candle, bullish candle, buy. So this what should what the what is the structure telling you? You can see the barcode over here. You can even scan it. You can even scan the barcode. A lot of consolidation. So when you see something of this, when you see something of this sort, one thing you need to advise or one thing you need to know is what you have to avoid this mark. You need to wait for a breakout. Okay. So where is the level? You need to wait for a breakout to see the clarity of price. You get it. You see the clarity of price. Wait for breakout. Let the candle break out. When you look left, there's no consolidation. But if you are trading around a lot of consolidations, and it is not advisable to be going for something of this sort. It is never advisable. A lot of consolidations. You are seeing a lot of consolidation. Price is moving back and forth, back and forth. You can see over here. It moved up, pull back, try to move up again. The level, it's got rejected by the level. Price tried to move, it broke out, but it's left a top wick. So this bias exhaustion candle is telling you that sellers are what in control of the market, because the top wick is even, you saw a rejection. You are seeing what sellers, you are seeing bearish candles try to break, got retested or got rejected by the level. At a certain point, price broke again. What, it broke within the, it came back to the range again. Price tried to break, a lot of consolidation. So the best way, when you see something of this sort, the best way to go, or the best way to do it is what, allow price to what, break out. Allow price to break out, then you go in for what, a buy. Okay, currently don't trade in the range. If you want to see if you enter a trade and if you want to see if your trade is going to move very fast in your favor, when there's no a lot of rejection looking left. But if you see a lot of rejections, the chances that price is going to what, the chances that price is going to consolidate, when you have a lot of support and resistances at a particular level, the chances that price is going to consolidate is very high. So that's what you need to understand. So when you move to H4 time frame, currently price is ranging. So something of this sort, I'm not even going to check the directional bias. How can you even read this market? Even though the direction of the market, you can use line chart to determine it's an uptrend. But I will not go in for something of this sort. Even if you are not having bigger range, you need to know the range is what, 8 pips. Taking spread from it, it's like 6 pips. It's not something to go for. So how can I even make decision on this thing? So it's an uptrend. So what I'll be waiting for, so daily is an uptrend. So daily uptrend. So what of the H4 time frame? H4 is a downtrend. So this is the point. It was what, up, broke it. So this is the level. This is the level. This is the level. So anything within this one is still a downtrend. You get it? Anything within this one is still a downtrend. Anything within this one. So it's just consolidation. So it's still in a what? A downtrend. Price is still in a downtrend. So the daily time frame is an uptrend. H4 is what? So it's the same market structure. So it tells you when you see inconsistency in the market like that, it should tell you that the market is not trending. It is always advisable to be trading a trending market. So this market structure, reading, so now bringing everything together to make your conclusion. Weekly is an uptrend, daily is an uptrend. You get it. But H4 is a downtrend, and I've already told you that for me to make my conclusion, I normally either focus on these two or either focus on these two. So I prefer the daily and the daily and the H4. They are not in sync with each other. Okay, they are not in line. So normally, what I'm going to do is what? Ignore. So this market structure, what I will do is what? Ignore. So I'm going to have to wait for it to be in line. Okay, so since the daily is the one that the daily is the one that is going to take a long time for it to fall, I rather wait for price. So the H4 is going to it's a sectional trend. So I'm going to wait for price to break out. Then what? I'll take a sell. That's what I'm going to be looking for. Then I'll take a sell. You get it. So this is what I would love to see on the chart for USD CHF. So I think because the monthly time frame is now going to form, it's now going to close. But those someone who is a scalper, someone who just look for 10 pips, 12 pips, can go to the 15-minute time frame to find an entry, to find an opportunity. But I don't trade those time frames, so I'm not going to worry myself. Someone can be looking for an opportunity. So since I'm not seeing an opportunity on USD CHF, doesn't mean someone too is not going to see an opportunity on USD CHF. It depends on the strategy of the person. So that's an important thing you need to what add it to your trading, your journal. Okay, as I'm saying, for me, day trading doesn't mean you have to take trades every day, unless I wait for what stronger confirmations. Unless I wait for stronger confirmations. So when you move to the H4 time frame, so when I move to the sorry, when I move to GBP JPY, so you are scouting through the pairs to see which one is going to give us an opportunity. So you people can see last time I talked about this week, this gap. So you see now price has come back and filled the gap. Price has filled the gap exactly. There was inconsistency in price action over here, and price needs to correct that inconsistency. Normally, this is not how price moves. Price doesn't move like that. Since it has created a bearish candle, it should start from here to this side. Okay, as price has created over here, it should start from here. So if you are part of the mentorship, you are going to understand these things. So when you are part of the mentorship, you are going to understand how to identify for you to make a decision. So if you understand how to read the market, you are going to be predicting the market like a market wizard. So this is how it's normally what moves. So there's inconsistency in price over here that this gap, okay, this gap needs to fill. We need to close this gap. So price is now coming back to close it. So when we started the week, this gap was formed on Sunday. So when we started the week, I talked about this gap needs to fill because all those currency pairs that gave out the gap has filled. You saw the gap on GBP USD. Was it GBP USD? We saw the gap on okay, I think GBP USD never created a gap. It was USD CHF. So USD CHF opened with a gap. So this is a gap. And it filled at the same Monday. Okay. So the gap got filled on Monday. The same as the gap created or formed, it got filled at the same time. Okay. It got filled. So when this one pulled back, it corrected the what? It's corrected the inconsistency or what? It corrected the gap. So this move corrected the gap. Fine. So when it comes to the other person, I think the same thing happened on gold too. On gold too, there was a gap. On gold, there was a gap. Yeah. So this is the gap too on gold. So you see, this is the gap. Price needs to fill this gap. Price came and what? It filled. The gap got filled. So anytime price will create, anytime the candles are going to create a gap, it needs to get it filled. You get it. The gap needs to get filled. So this one just It is filling today, okay? Because when you started Monday, I was thinking it's going to fill very quick or fast, but what? It's just today, Thursday, that is getting filled. So now price is filling. So one thing is what candle is going to close, or it's either going to be a wick or close within this side. So that means what it has corrected the move. This gap over here has been corrected by this price. So that's how it normally works. The gap needs to fill. So when it comes to GBP JPY, moving to the monthly time frame, so the monthly candle is about to close. So this is how the monthly. So this month candle, last month candle opened with what? A support. So it's the same thing that is happening on GBP, USD CHF. So you see, as price created a support, it's the same thing. You see, this monthly candle too is creating a support. So anytime the monthly candle is going to create a support, price is going to continue with the move. So you see, as it created a support, it's what is going to move up. It's the same thing that happened on GBP JPY. So GBP JPY last month it created a support. It's even a tiny support. It's not that it's not visible. Okay, the support wasn't visible for you to. It's like a dodge, an indecision candle. An indecision. You saw the exhaustion candles, indecision candles. So the moment this support got created, price was started moving in the direction of what? The trend. So as this one is going to also create the chance, one thing you are going to be seeing is what? If, and I'm very sure this monthly candle too is going to close like this. So when this monthly candle close, the next one is going to head to this one. The chances that the next one is going to fill the range. Okay, so price is either going to what? Ranges are either going to zones, or ranges are going to be filled, or gaps too are going to be filled. It's very so you need to understand that that's the simple way to trade. Trading is all about what? Finding opportunities. All opportunities you are going to find is the various zones. You trade in zones. So trading is all about trading in the zones, zone to zone. So when price gets to this side, it's going to get to when the candle close around this side, or when the candle close at this level, we are going to see what price moving up to this side. It's very possible. I'm not saying it should move there, but the chances, okay, the chances of price moving there is very high, because we are having, if you look left, you are having what? Clean zone, no support or resistances at this level. So the only level price is going to be sensitive is at this level. Okay, it's at this level. So those who want to chat me can, uh I've sent my number. You can send me WhatsApp, hi on WhatsApp, if you want to be part of the mentorship group. 66445. Some people are asking me how can, so you can call or you can WhatsApp. You can call WhatsApp. If you want to be part of the mentorship. So as price is going to create the support, you're having a support level to over here. You're having support over here. So when you move to the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame, so the country code is 233. So my country code is 233. Yeah, so as price is forming a support over here, so on the weekly time frame, price is currently what? Price is currently uptrend. So you see the monthly zone that I was talking about. If you come to the weekly time frame too, we're having the same perfect time, the same perfect zone over here, the same perfect zone over here. So when price break above this one at the weekly time frame, when price break above this one, the chances that you are going to see price heading to this side is very high. Okay, so moving to the daily time frame. So the weekly time frame is an uptrend. We have it at the back of our head, weekly time frame. So on GBP JPY, the zone has been filled, now creating what? A support at this level. So if you change it to a line chart, you are going to see it very well. So when you move to, so the daily time frame too is an uptrend. It's just making a pullback at the daily time frame. The daily time frame is just making a pullback. just making a pullback. You get it? It's just making a pullback. So price is going to continue getting toward this reactional level. So when you move to the H4 time frame, so on the H4 time frame, you can see the pattern or the trend is what? The trend is a downtrend. Okay, price moved up, consolidated for some time, took off, did a pullback. This is the point, this is the levels, this is the high, this is the low. So anything within this range is still an uptrend. The moment this candle broke above the zone, price is a downtrend at what? H4 price is a downtrend at H4 time frame. And as I said, the daily is an uptrend. H4 is what? A downtrend. I don't like to be taking trades like that. So I rather wait, or I prefer what? Everything to be in line. I will prefer everything to what? To be in line before I will take an entry at this point. You get it? I will prefer everything to. This one is moving down. When this one moved down, okay, it is moving down to this side. So this was the move. You get it? Before the trend will be shifted towards an uptrend. So I rather wait for the move to price to break above, retest this one, then we'll continue up. So this is what I would prefer. This is what I would prefer price to be doing for me to take. So before that, I have to wait for the bullish candle to break above this one, retest on this one before I will go in for a buy. This is something. So I always have to wait for that the time frame to be in the same direction. That is the best way. So I've been trading. I've been doing live stream for quite some times, and you people have been seeing me taking some trades. We've been taking some trades together. You can see how most at times the moves really run for long. Okay, that's the result of focusing on making multiple time frames being in a line before you take a trade. It's very, very important. You can be getting shorter trades from the lower time frame if you are not doing what I'm doing, but for you to get higher or good rates to reward sometimes. So I remember the last trade we took, our last winning trade, okay, on GBP USD, we had like all the trades, we had like more than one. Sometimes you can get more than 1 to 3 rates reward. So the last trade we took gave us what? We took a trade over here, it gave us 62 pips. You get it? And we took a trade too over here, which also ran for pretty well. It also ran for what? 40 something pips. So the way I trade, it takes time for setups to align. But when I'm catching a trade, I really get a good moves. I really catch good pips. You get it? That's how I trade. So all the trades that I've been taking, you can see they ran pretty well. So I took a trade over here which also ran like 60 something pips. You get it? So all the trades that I've been taking have been running very, very well. Okay, so I don't get trade more often, but if I get a trade, it really runs very well. This one ran like 70 pips. Okay, so most of the trades that I've been taking ran very well. Gives me a good moves. Most of the trades that I've been taking really gives me a good moves. Okay, so when you move to USD CHF on the trade we took, it really gave us like it ran very well, but we cut the trade very short and we didn't maximize the potential from that trade. So you need to understand your strategy. So we took a trade over here and it's ran very well. We got like it's moved like 50 something pips. You get it? And it was still running. Supposing maybe if you are holding, you would have gotten like close to 100 pips. You get it? So mostly when all these time frames are in the same direction, you really get good moves. But one thing about this strategy, or one thing about the way I trade, is what you need to be very patient. If you are not a kind of patient person, and if you think like every day is a trading day, then I think this strategy is not for you, because the frequency of trades is not much. You get it? Frequency of trade is not much, so you might feel like you are not doing anything. Is that how trading works? I've been for the whole week, I've not gotten trade. Am I even doing the right thing? Trading is not the way, that's not how trading works. I need to be getting trades every day and other. It's not going to be for you. Okay, so maybe you might be seeing me getting consistency, getting profit from my getting consistency and getting being profitable using that strategy, because I've done it for long. I understand my strategy, and I'm now very comfortable, and I'm very comfortable with the strategy. But maybe you can't, because you are not that patient person, so you can't. Okay, so the strategy is not for everyone. That's what you need to understand. So that's it for USD, GBP, JPY. That's what I'm expecting. So I'm seeing a lot of consistency in all the pairs that I've analyzed. I've analyzed GBP USD, they were inconsistent with each other. USD CHF too, they were inconsistent. They were not in the same line. GBP JPY, they were not in the same line. Okay, so let's check out on gold and see. I normally analyze gold too, I don't trade it. So when it comes to gold, gold is now pulling back, right? This is just a shorter time, this thing pullback. So next week is going to be the US election, and let's see what the election. I would prefer everyone to what not don't trade the election time. So in the afternoon time, if you are going to be taking trades in the morning, that's fine. But in the afternoon time, election days, you need to be very reserved, because a lot of things is going to happen in the market. So you just have to sit before your machine, you have to sit before your laptop, you have to sit before your desktop and just observe. It is best when you are observing. There's a lot of things to be learned when you are observing. Okay, so it's always going to be best if you are learning. So observing is very, very important. So you need to sit back and observe what is going to happen on the charts. So on the monthly time frame, gold is still in what all-time high. When you move to the weekly time frame, price is currently what still in an uptrend. Price is currently still in an uptrend. So the monthly time frame, all the time frames on gold is in an uptrend. All the time frames on gold is still in an uptrend. But one thing that is going to make it very difficult for you to get trades on gold is what? If you get a trade, you need to just scalp, because you don't have any price action looking left. You get it? There's no price action looking left, so it becomes very difficult for you to know where to take profits and where to remain in the position. It becomes very difficult. So the weekly time frame, they are all in an uptrend. The daily time frame is in an uptrend, weekly time frame an uptrend. So if price has made a high, if it is pulling back, it is going to pull back on this level. Price is going to pull back on this level or pull back on this level. So this is the support level. You get it? This is the support level. So if price is pulling back, if price has moved up, if it is pulling back, it's going to pull back on this level, then take off. That's what normally it happens to price. This is how the pattern moves. So when you move to the H4 time frame, H4 time frame is currently what? H4 time frame is currently an uptrend. So daily, all the time frame from monthly time frame to H4 time frame, they are all uptrend. They are all uptrend. So price is just making a minor pullback. There's a minor pullback over here. So if price is moving up, this is the level it is going to get rejected. So if price is moving back, so this, what I will advise you is, so you don't have to be going for a sell for now, because price is going to take off. So if price is going to take off, what you need to do is what? You either wait for break, retest, then you take a sell. This is what I'm going to advise. If you are taking a sell, if you are taking a trade on gold, this is what I advise you to be looking for or going for. This is what I advise everyone to be going for. Don't be looking for a sell. A sell is going to be short-term what moves. It's just going to be a minor moves, and price is going to take off for the main trend. So this is what I'm expecting it to happen on what gold USD. You get it? This is what I'm expecting it to happen. So we're having inconsistency in price. I'm very sure because price is trying to, the monthly time frame is trying to settle down, and we're having upcoming what? We're having upcoming NFP. Okay, so price is consolidating, waiting for NFP to what? The NFP news to be released, then price will start taking off. So you guys have been seeing we are not having major moves like that. So we are not having major moves. So in the next 20 minutes, we are going to be seeing lending open. So as I said, I'm very sure price is going to move up, but I said I'm not interested in that buy. You get it? I wasn't interested in that buy. Price can move, but I need to make sure it is moving according to the way you love seeing price to move. You get it? You love it is moving the way you love to see price moving. That's the best way to go by. That's the best way to go for. Okay, so that's what I'm waiting for it to happen. So someone is asking, can you, my analysis is okay? Can you name the higher impact news other than NFP? So other than NFP, the high impact news, you need to be very careful. So other than NFP news, the high impact news, you have CPI. CPI is also known as inflation. It's also an inflation data. Okay, it's also inflation data, and you have retail sales. These are the high impact news. Retail sales. We have an FOMC. Okay, so this is the Federal Open Market Operation. It's like interest rates. FOMC. We have an NFP. So non-farm payroll. It's job. It's a job data release. Number of people getting employed or number of people getting jobs in the U.S. economy. So it's normally it's one of the high impact news. It's among the one of the impact news, NFP, and we're having retail sales, NFP, CPI. Then what else? Employment, employment, and unemployment. It's also important. Employment and unemployment, and you're having PMI, Purchasing Management Index. This is also especially the service one. The service one, we're having manufacturing and service. The service one is high impactful. You need to pay attention to the service one. It is very impactful. The service one. So purchasing management index. So normally they ask the purchasing managers how they are feeling about the economy. So we have threshold. If it is below 50%, it is what the economy is in contraction. If it is above 50%, it is in expansion. So expansion means what? The currency is appreciating in value, the economy is doing well. Okay, if an economy is doing well, that means what? The currency is going to appreciate in value. But one thing is what? Every economy, the currency of the economy is affiliated. Okay, it's affiliated. It's very sensitive to the economy. So anything that is going to happen in the economy is going to affect the currency you are trading. So the purchasing managers index means what they are asking the purchasing managers how they are feeling. They are feeling about their thoughts or they are thinking about the economy. So if they do their survey and it is above 50%, it is mostly expansion. And if it is below 50%, it is contraction. Okay, it is contraction or the maybe falling what the currency pair you are trading. So you need to understand. And aside this one, PMI, let me see whether I'm going to be seeing more. Okay, so FOMC can also be known as what? The interest rate. You're having interest rates. So the FOMC is simply for the interest rate release for the US by having interest rates. So this is also very impactful. Okay, that you need to pay attention to. And what else? So NFP, I've talked about it. I've talked about CPI, PMI. Yeah, so I think This all that I can. So far, the most impactful ones are the CPI. So these are very sensitive data that you need to be very reserved when you are taking trades. So when it comes to CPI, you need to make sure it's an inflation data, and it's you see rapid movement in price. You see big candles when it happens to when CPI is about to be released. Okay, you see rapid movement in price, so you need to pay attention to them. And when it comes to retail sales, it's also very impactful. Okay, retail sales is also very impactful. So it comes with when inflation data is released. Normally, when it comes before they are released, it check like it's like they are released within the same week or so, or a week before one is released before a week, then the other one is going to be released. So CPI is going to affect retail sales, okay, and retail sales to affect CPI. When more people, when a lot of people are having money on their in their pockets and they are making more purchasing, it's what inflation numbers or CPI numbers increases. So that's what you need to understand. And you're having FOM of what do you call it? Federal Open Market Operation. So it's like interest rates, and you're having NFP, okay, job data, employment or unemployment data to claims or benefits, and PMI, Purchasing Managers Index or Service, and you're having interest rates. So these are the impactful economic impactful data that you need to take notes. They are the macroeconomic data that you need to pay attention. If you are trading currencies, you need to pay much attention to them. You get it? You need to pay much attention to them. Yeah, you need to pay much attention to them. So in the next 10 minutes, lending session is going to open. So let's see whether you are going to see a break of candles. So if you're having any question, you can drop it in the chat box. Can see it. So you can click on the link to join my Telegram channel.
Mentor, good morning.
Morning.
Please, how are you?
I'm fine. You?
I'm also fine.
Thank God.
Please, I want to know something. Let's say you have done an analysis on H4, and you see a clear entry chance to maybe buy. And then you have done another analysis too on H1, and I want to see a clear entry chance to buy. Which one of them will you have to place the trade?
We don't focus on only one time frame, so we do multiple. So either you're going to, it depends. So they all give a range. They all give a range. You get it? They all give a range. So if maybe you said H4 and H1. Something like this can be complex. Pullback, a sell pullback can be what? It can be an impulse at H. You see the market, it depends on what you want to do. So this one is just the main move is what? An uptrend. So you have to be looking for a buy. But it can pull back as it is pulling back, it can create a trend. Okay, as it is pulling back, it can create a trend at what the lower time frame. Okay, so sometimes some people take advantages of what the counter trend at the higher time frame. Okay, but with that one, when you are doing something of that sort, you are not going to be in the trade for long. Yeah, you are not going to be in the trade for long. So it depends on the time frame. If you want to be taking your frequency of trades to increase, then you can focus on the lower time frame, because the lower time frames normally, especially the H1, gives opportunity every day. So if you want to be taking trades like more often, you have to be you can be focusing on the lower time frame, like the H1 time frame. And one thing you need to understand is what, as you are focusing on those time frames, the invalidation is what is going to get more. Like the fake out is going to get more. That's what you need to understand. The fake out is going to get more. But if you focus on the higher time frame, your win rate is going to increase. But when you focus on the lower time frame, you are going to be getting big moves. Your rich reward is going to increase, but you are going to be losing tools more often. So you need to know which one to stick with, and you need to be consistent with the time frame. Okay, stick with it. The time frame. So selecting the time frame to focus on is very important. You need to know the time frame. So if you are doing, maybe you have some people that they focus on H4 time frame and H1 time frame. These are their two time frames they focus on. But for me, I focus on the daily time frame and the H4 time frame for my directional bias. But there are some people that they focus solely on what, the H4 time frame and H1 time frame. So know the time frame it is going to work for you, and you stick with it accordingly. You get it? You stick with your time frame accordingly. It's very, very important. So if you are going to what, be basing your directional bias on what, the H4 time frame and H1 time frame, you need to stick with it.
Okay.
If you are going to base on H1, and when you are sticking with it, H4 and H1, you need to make sure what, they are in the same direction. H4, H1 are in the same direction. And you can also do it in this way: H1 and M30 time frame. You are going to make sure they are in the same direction. Okay, they are in the same direction, and you stick with it. So you need to make multiple time frames based on that to make your
Okay.
direction. It demands a lot of practice. So you need to
Yeah. Okay.
practice too.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You need to practice to get your hands on. To come into the market. We are going to see some volume in the market. That's what I'm saying. Unless maybe with GBP USD, unless maybe price move like this before I'll go in for a buy. For the meantime, unless price do some, the time you could have even gotten a trade on this move. Things didn't move as planned, but it moved very well according to how I was expecting it. It's pretty moved well according to how I was expecting it. But price decided to what? Price decided to consolidate, change the trend before USD CHF really moved well. But you need to, it needs to give you a clear trend before. So the network, MTN network has been working out. So sorry, YouTube. I was having some network challenge. So sorry. So okay. So we are back. So has the lending session open? Yeah. So lending is open. Lending is open. So there's no clear opportunity this week. Very, very tough. Very hard. See, that's why it's always important to trading shouldn't be your main sources of income. You get worried and other stuff. So you need to have other sources of income if you are starting out. Trading should be part of your sources of income. And there's no one has become rich by doing one thing. I'm not saying you should stick to it, make sure you've mastered it, okay? But when you get the income from trading, you need to invest in other things. You need to invest in business. But trading shouldn't be your sole source of income. It shouldn't be the only thing you are going to depend on it for your sources of it, because sometimes it also helps you if you are not solely dependent on it as your source of income. It also helps you with your psychology and other stuff. You get it. It's also help you, but I'm not saying you can't do it as a you can't depend on it as your source of income. So if you get money from trading, you invest it in other business. You invest it. You can't say you are going to day trade every day. No, you need to invest your money into businesses. Okay, so the day that trading is not giving you opportunity, you see how we are really struggling this week. This week, no trade so far. Tomorrow is Friday, and it is not promised tomorrow to we are going to get an opportunity. According to how price is forming on the chart, it's really difficult to say maybe you're going to get opportunity. But we're having a lot of high impact news, so I'm sure maybe price is going to be breaking out, then we get an opportunity. So some weeks can be very sweet. I remember last week when we had a trade, it was very sweet, smiling in your faces and other stuff. But some weeks can be very tough. That's the nature of the game. That's how it's not promised. So that's why I don't have weekly goals when it comes to trading. I always come into the chart. Don't expect something more from anyone from the chat. I don't expect more from the chat. What I expect is what to do the right thing, follow my plan, then what? I'm there to go. That's my expectation. I don't have a lot of expectation when it comes to trading because it's not guaranteed. This week is not guaranteed you are going to be getting trades. So you need to always make sure you are doing the needful. So let me see the people you're having them on board. It's not responding. Okay, so you haven't brain.
I'm doing well yourself.
I'm doing well. How is it going?
We are on it. We are still
This week is
practicing.
This week is dry.
I tell you, my money is safe.
This week is dry. No trace so far.
It's serious. Yeah.
No trace so far. Your capital is safe.
Yeah, sure. Very safe.
No better trade.
I think Venice, the fly is making money out there.
Oh, For the
I mean, for him, he's a businessman, so maybe his business is giving him
I mean, no idea.
business. They give out money, so but this week has been hard. Like I've been scouting through the charts to see whether every day I scout to see. Nothing is working. Nothing is aligned. Nothing is looking promising. All the charts it's kind of so maybe next week. But it has even been a long time that I've gone a week with not taking no trace. It's been a while. It's been a while. Since I had, but there was an opportunity the other time on GG, but I didn't see it. Well, as you were watching, was it on Monday? As you were trying to take a sell on the USD CHF, GBP USD, but I said you are not going to go for any.
No.
You're not going to go for any.
The main like trend focus is to hit the big profit. So if the pair can't allow us to hit big profit.
And one thing too is that with GBP USD, GBP JPY, the stop loss is kind of wide.
Always wide.
It's kind of wide.
Just look at that. The one is not pass out. It was crazy.
80 pips or something. Why didn't you use risk management?
Oh, I use it. So like, I was okay with
The loss.
Like what happened? Yeah.
So that week it was GBP JPY and USD GBP CHF, right?
Yes.
Last week and yesterday you've not recovered that losses. No trace so far.
Oh, no trace to recover.
But surely, if not tomorrow, let's hope. Maybe if not tomorrow, then maybe unless next week.
Next week, yeah. But mentor, I was having problem like setting my buy stop and sell stop yesterday.
On which way?
Like on the meta to buy. No, like the news that we wanted to trade yesterday.
What happened? Like you weren't able to set it.
Yeah. I just set the right buy stop and the sell stop wasn't appearing on my laptop. Not everything was.
Was it before the news or when the news was released? Was it when the news was released? Sometimes when the news
No.
Some brokers don't allow you when the news is about to be released unless you have to set it before. So was the time close or?
Yes, the time was close. The time was very close. That I think like 3 minutes to the news.
Oh, by yesterday you can set it. You should set. You should be able to set it.
Because I just saw.
Is it
that is true? What you said is true. That somewhere.
Yes.
Because I just found right now and it came. So I think what you said like somewhere.
Brokers. Yeah. So maybe the timing was very bad. You see, because of liquidity, a lot of people are trying to maybe take entry and those stuff. So for your orders to get filled, it's like maybe like you're having a big customer base. Okay, at a particular time, they're all trying to buy. So if the customer base is very large, it becomes very difficult for you to serve them, to satisfy them at that point in time. So that's what normally happens. So if you have a lot of people buying and selling, it becomes very difficult for your orders to be. By 3 minutes wasn't close. You should have been able to. Yeah, 3 minutes wasn't that close. Hey, Charlie, then you make aggressive to trade that news. So then tomorrow.
No, but I was trying it on demo.
Okay.
Like I wanted to like.
So the sell stop didn't get triggered then.
Yes. So like I just settled the buy stop. So like it didn't happen to me. Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow you try it on NFP.
Okay, all right.
Well, NFP, I think it's most well, so you will try it on
Yeah,
NFP
yeah, yeah,
and see what's going to happen.
yeah. Okay.
This NFP week has been very dry. Price has been dry according to the way I trade. No proper
What
structure.
several pairs
You said,
that still
uh,
I've watched several pairs.
see, there's price action. So, how is the USD card?
Yes, you can, but it's a nice pair. But like usually it opens only during the New York session. Then you won't get like the moves during the
Lending. I
New
mean,
York.
they are all the same. This thing. It's
So
like trading
so like you get the moves during London. Sorry, the New
the
York.
New York. And lending normally
Mm.
consolidates.
Yeah, yeah. It's really consolidating and then the spikes happen during New York.
Mm.
That's true. Like when it's moving, it moves very well.
Mm. That pair
Yeah,
because they open the same time, so I don't.
12 weeks,
Uh,
8 weeks, and yeah, it moves well.
so have you found an opportunity on it
The
before?
track needs on the
You found opportunity.
yes, 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 yes. I think last week Friday I had some opportunity on it, and
And
I took it on demo. Like, I was just practicing it on demo for some
it
time.
went in your favor.
Yeah, it went in my favor.
So how was the analysis like? How did you do the analysis? Is it the same thing that you've been doing?
Yeah, the same top down analysis and like break and retest like entry. That's the entry like I'm really looking up to.
Mm.
Mhm.
I've not traded so far. USD card is the pair I've not traded because they normally form at the same time. So
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know. I've not checked it. Maybe USD KPY, USD, AUD USD. At first, like I was AUD USD was also a pair that I was very interested in, but I think I don't like the way it moves very slow, and I don't. It will test your patience level. If you are patient and you wait for things to, that's cool. But so far, I think USD CHF also moves well, oh, because
Yeah,
yeah,
very
if
well.
you get a structure like everything aligned, it's
Like there you catch some
you
patience.
see the Monday, even Monday, see how it moves on Monday. See this move,
Yeah.
the way the thing pay me. I said, something I've been waiting for. I was thinking this candle is going to close exactly because the level over here was very strong for price to even go to the extent of breaking it. So I was thinking, oh, it's going to close around this side, and I was very happy. It just break, and later, oh, the way the thing moves very well, the buy really moves very well. Imagine like getting a position over here, riding it to this level.
Serious.
The opportunity will come. Let's have to
Yeah.
stay around.
Fabulous, you were saying something that like if you like watch the market very well, as in like first week in a month and like the ending
Yeah,
of the month, you don't really get trades. So
yeah.
let's really focus on the
It's the second week and the
so
third
it's
week.
the Monday, like yeah, second and third week. So like I'm very patient about that thing.
Yeah, and
I'm monitoring and it's really happening. It's really happening. Yeah, it's serious.
mm, and when it comes to the month to ending of month to mostly, it doesn't give opportunities like that.
Man, that's
End of the month. Yeah, it's like the most of the profitability is from the second week and the third week.
third week.
Yeah. And when it comes to the week, within the week too, mostly Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That one too, the markets really moves well. But Monday, Friday, that time too. But it's a patience game. Those times I used to get worried, especially if opportunities are not coming like that. So the only thing I used to console myself is I the only thing I used to console myself is I will make a screenshot of my winning trades. So if I'm not getting trade, I've been going a week and I'm not getting trades. I'll just analyze my winning trade, my past trades, and I'll use it to console myself. I'll tell myself this thing will definitely happen again. Since I've been able to see it like 3 times or 4 times, it will definitely happen again. And I'll just be patient, just move around. And it is true. That's the best way to go to convince you that it will. Because sometimes, if you are not having something to console yourself, you feel like maybe your system is not working anymore. And it's market dynamics. That's how the market moves. It's even though buy and sell, but it's the movement, the patterns are not always smooth like that. Sometimes they're like a setup, as a textbook setup will just avail itself, just free money to take. Then you just take it. It will dash it to you like GBP USD the other time, last 2 weeks, for instance. Just a textbook setup to print money. This
Yeah, it's serious.
this one just textbook setup, break rate tested, created a support, just take it and make money. But sometimes too it's going to be very very difficult. It's part of, so that's when, if you are not patient, you lose a lot of money because you think like you are not doing anything. You have to force things to happen. You have to force things to happen, and it will end you up. You see, last time, that even last week, as we tried adding more pairs, you see how the market discipline. We had a nice one day trade that right, very nice on Monday. Just ruined the week. Just ruined the week. So you need to be very, very patient. Wait for opportunities to come. Sometimes it's just testing you and see, are you going to be patient, patient. Just out some. But for now, yeah, nothing. Yeah, orange. So maybe NFT week. And when the NFT is released, let me check. Next week we are having election week,
Yeah, it's
on Tuesday. So Monday next week. If there's no red, yeah, when you don't have red folders too. One thing I've seen it is, or I've experienced is what normally the candles doesn't move a lot like that. So I don't know if someone has also witnessed like that. If there's no red folder at London and New York, normally we don't see big moves in the market. So you can just watch it too. You can watch it and see. Tuesday is the election. So Tuesday they're going to be big next week Tuesday. So Wednesday too is clean. Okay, so you're having interest rates on Thursday on the pound. And at the same time, at the same time to interest rates on the Fed. Hey, so Christmas is coming now.
still
Christmas is out. So it will be well. It just sometimes the growth you don't see it like that, but gradually you are growing. Most of the times, if you are growing, you don't see the growth like that. But small, you see. Oh, by next week, you are going to, because this year has been a year that you discovered the strategy and those things. So next year,
a lot is serious.
you
So like
know,
we paid out from the that funding page.
they said next
They
week.
paid it. Next week.
Yeah, I tried it out. They said next week they are going to give me $70. So next week I'll make the withdrawal.
Try to buy some, but their price are kind of
I want to buy it from Finding Pearson.
low. I'll buy it from
FCMO.
Finding Tips and then I'll buy it. But you have different set of rules. Or
Mostly the way we trade, their rules doesn't affect us. Mostly rules normally affect those people who trade, who are like scalpers. So I don't know. It's been a while I even heard of this man, Mr. Genius Hub. I be that man.
yeah.
It's been a while. You know, his account they invalidated his this thing account. They said,
really?
yeah, so he didn't get any payout from them
So
because of the way he trades. He takes a lot of trades. He takes 40 trades. He said he took 40 trades within a month, within a week. I don't know how he was trading.
wow.
Yeah, so they blocked his account. They said they gave him warning that the way he's trading doesn't align. Yeah. By the way I trade, there was no way any prop firm is going to, because for me, I don't scalp. Mostly tough. Yeah, next year actually we are going to. Next year is prop firm year. But we need to cash out from this prop firm. So even this year I've been able to do. Since I've been able to do it, we are going to repeat the same process. So next year we are going to buy more prop firms, get more payouts. Prop firms is the way, like it's the way to get easy funding.
I got one. I don't know if it's I forgot the name. It's sometimes E2. No. That I believe they are well brokers or they are the firms of that. Yeah, they were given 2.4 million
funding.
Yeah. 2.4 million funding for $6,000.
So you are not going to go through any challenge or?
No. I won't go through any challenge.
You need to be very careful with the prop you are going to go with. Mostly, most of them will come and just come and go. So you need to trade with the ones that they've been in the system for long. They are having good track records, and because see how it is very difficult to pass an account, and you go through all this process, pass the accounts, and later then as you're about to receive payouts, and you hear the prop firm is not available anymore. It's very sad, and it's not something to look out for. So they said they are going to give me this is the amount they are going to give me. Hey, they've reduced it. Yesterday it was $70. Now they've reduced it to $69. I just want to withdraw. So next week I will try and
the rate of
the rate. Yeah. It's not. I'm just going to reinvest it back to the prop firm, my portfolio.
Yeah. Okay.
So next one. So imagine that trade. I got like 4%. 4% on the trade. I would have been getting like $200 profit split. Profit split would have been $150. It's not bad. it's not. It's not enough though, but you see, like me, I always see if you can do something, if you get something, if you can do something today and you are able to, like you are successful in it, it's the same process you are going to repeat.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same process you are going to repeat. So don't see it to be small money, it's about the process. So it has now come $70. So I'll withdraw the $70 and use it to buy FTMO. FTMO, as you check the other time, it was how much? The 10K account, and we will pass it too. We will pass it definitely.
So the 10 account is like 97 or 98 or 96.
So I'll top up.
Mm.
I'll top
Oh,
up. From
oh my.
So now this one has become. I don't know whether you have limit. I've not. Maybe limits of payouts, or you can receive the payouts. So maybe I'm not sure. Maybe you having an end to the number of times they are going to pay. Step 2. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I'm not sure. Maybe you see, maybe they are going to allow you to be taking payouts. Maybe this number of times you can be making payout, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure something of that sort. As it. But it's cool. It's cool. Like if you're a good trader,
80% reward here. That's why.
and even if you wait for the end of the month, they said it's 100%.
Wow.
Mm.
So meaning what are they getting from it? Because
Oh.
they are paying 100%.
It is about
What are they getting?
It is about pay Peter to pay Paul. Raw Peter to pay Paul. A lot of people are losing money in this game. How many people are this game? If you are a broker and if you are also profit, so if you see the number of people opening this prop firm business, because a lot of beginners are going to lose money. I know. So for me, like this, as I bought it only once, and I was able to pass it to the extent of getting payout. Some people will start buying profit. They will lose the account like 5 times before they will even pass only one account. Some people are not trading. Some people are not having rules to trading. The moment they heard it on the internet, they just jump in, no education and those stuffs. So they are losing a lot of money. So this business is profitable. It's like brokers business. Do you know the amount of brokers are getting tons of money a day? How many people? It's like lottery business. How many people win lottery? The same thing in trading. As you are patient the whole week, if not got interested, do you know number of people are losing? Some people can't be patient like that too. So it's a profitable business. Yeah. But it's
possible to cut some small pips.
yeah, they will lose money. So this they are not sending your orders in. This if you read their terms and condition, they will tell you it is demo account you are trading. Even this one is demo account. So they get money from people who are buying the account, and they will use it to pay you. That's how it works. So only few people. If you check their statistics, if you take 100%, less than 1% are like growing accounts to end it to pay out. Most people lose. They will just dash money to the firms. So it's a profitable business. So if you are able to, so that's why I'm very happy, because like when I wasn't involved in this prop firm, the way people talk about this thing, like they were losing account and things. So like as I've been able to pass it, I'm very happy, because not every trader will be able to do it to the extent of go to the extent of even receiving payout. You know, some people tried it last year. Up to now, they've not been able to even get pass 5K account. So if you are able to pass, because there are policies alone too, they have a lot of policies, the rules and regulations. So if you're able to pass it to the extent of receiving payout, then you are a disciplined trader. Generally, because even the challenges, the process is stage 1, stage 2. You pass it, so you need to be happy about your achievement. So even though the money is not big, I'm not interested. This money is not going to do me anything. I'm not interested in the money, but I'm interested in the process. The joy is in the process, not the money.
It's true.
So next year we will try it to the extent of getting bigger accounts.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have like if you're able to pass an account and having like 100k, 100k accounts you are managing. If you are in Ghana, if you are in Africa, 100k a month, you get 2% of 100k.
Like 2% on if on 100 a month. Them on you.
Let me check.
Most 2,000. Most
$2,000.
You get like 28,000, 30,000, 33. I stopped.
You are getting $2,000. $2,000. Now the exchange rate by the end of the year to get like 18. You are getting 36,000. So take trading seriously. Be patient and take trading serious.
It's serious.
Trading can change your life.
Your life. Very simple.
Even in Ghana, you're having $100 times 18. 1,008. So even my $70 I'm saying is small. Can be someone's salary. Oh yeah, graduates. Some people are taking, and at the same time, we'll be taking car. We'll be taking car in and out. So
in and out everything. So sure you go finish not like 300
So trading is an opportunity to change your financial life, but we are rushing the process.
Like when I got this like knowledge, it's not easy. Like what I say, but simple.
Like you have hope. Hope.
How did they get problem?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like betting. I feel like some betting have like left me.
Yeah, the same to me. Like for now, like I'm even having hope that the business I'm running. I know even if I lose everything, I'm having the skill set. And one thing to this skill set is remote. You can do it wherever you go.
Yeah,
wherever you find yourself, you can do it. It's a remote work. Yeah, so me too. That's where my joy is. Like joke. Even if this I receive and I'm saying I'm going to spend 1,000 to Charlie. If you are managing, you can be able. It can sustain you for a month. If your lifestyle is not high, it can sustain you.
I thought you go sit some beach side.
You can chill. So Charlie, you should take trading seriously and be patient. You shouldn't be giddy.
Yeah, it's true.
Like with the accounts itself, like I was it took me a long time. It took me like 4 months to pass phase 1 and 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you were doing just any
the losses you see me having it on the street.
Like what your exact setup, like setup, how you want it like from there before you.
If I'm having skeptical about a trade, if I'm doubting a trade, I take it on my personal account. I take it on a personal. So I lost only one trade. So if you check this one, if you check it, you can see it was only one trade I lost on the account. That was on the second phase. The first phase, it was the trades I took were all wins. I took like 6 trades and they were all wins. So this were the trades. So this one, it was mistake. I was placing on a trade. I was placing a buy and I mistakenly placed a sell also. This was not a loss. Yeah, so that's why you are seeing it very small. The rest were all I took. So you see how when I started, this was what May. I passed it on what July. So is it 3 months on one phase? 3 months. Some people say, "Oh, it's a long time."
You're very calm.
Very calm. Waited patiently. So I never lose a trade on only even one account. So these were the trades I took. You can see it over here. I'm just showing you my patience level. So that's what I'm saying. So on May 17th, I took a buy. Yeah, so this is what I was saying. It was a mistake. Oh, yeah, I think so. May 9th, I took a sell. It was profit. And even this one, if I'm having the mindset I'm having now about set and forget, I would have passed it early because this one, I was
Yes, very
emotion.
simple. I would have thought it's very
Very, very simple.
simple.
And this one too, I had a buy. This was a mistake position I entered. That's why the loss is small. I would have lost if it was intentional. I would have lost more than that. I
Lost
mistake.
more. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. I would have lost more.
So from fifth from ninth, I took a trade again on 12. Buy on GBP USD. And I
A very
came
strong money.
July. From June, I came July 2nd. So from 12, I didn't take any trade from 12. Imagine. I came to July and took a sell on what? I took a sell on GBP USD. I grabbed some pips. I came on July 8th. I took a buy. And July 8th, it was partial. July 19th, I took a sell. I grabbed in some profit. July 19th. So I think this one. So it was 4 trades or so. You get it. So that's how you need to take trading. You need to be very, very calm and patient. No one is on you. Because one thing is, if you follow someone, you might do mistake. Because someone is just, if you, okay, I don't know the number of people you follow on social media. If you follow a lot, some people, you get pressured because these people are taking trades, they are winning, they are posting. You are not getting trades.
Every day.
They are taking trades. So understand this is my strategy. I'm going to stick with it. So this one, so how many months did it take? I started from August to October. So August to October. So this one's close to 3 months. So the first trade was a loss. I was very confident. The second trade, won September 1, and I finally passed it over here. Yet with the same pair, I never changed my pair. I traded. It was I think this one I traded €1 USD also, and even that one it was break even. Yeah, this was I came into break even. So they were all GBP USD, all GBP USD. You get it? They were all GBP USD. So that's what. So if I'm less confident, I'm not getting trade. I just move to this dashboard or the winning trades. I'm having the date of all of them. Just go through and I'll see. Oh, it will give me confidence. So trading can become easy. So someone is saying, why shouldn't I trade fundedness? So fundedness too is there, but you see, with funded, like you can't trade all the profits. It's a gradual process. So you move from here, you take it from there. So I started with this. And even with this one, so imagine if this trade, the last trade, for instance, if I held it, the last trade we took on GBP USD, I would have been in profit like 4%. So it's all about trading. Trading can be simple if you are patient, and you can make money from it. And I know a lot of people are saying it doesn't work. It works, but you have to be patient. It demands a lot of patience. It demands a lot of patience. By next year, there you will surely make the bag.
Oh yeah.
You will surely make the bag. Surely make it. So today, slow, nothing is moving. So nothing is moving.
Hello, Mentor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but one thing I have to say, you are doing very well. But you sometimes you predict the market and it happens exactly how you think. I think that what people are waiting for.
It's about it. It's about experience. If you get the experience, it's nothing unique. If you get the experience, you can do it as well.
Yeah, so gradually, small, we'll be getting there.
About
Dr. FX.
Oh yeah, this thing. I still eat. I eat. I drink everything. I don't know how to explain it. So the thing is, I remember those times. For instance, if I'm doing something and I'm not getting, so I was saying, if you have not dreamt about this thing, then you don't need this thing. I've been dreaming those times. I used to dream about the chat. When I wake up, I'm on the chat. I dream about it. I'm in a car because if I'm like I analyze something and I'm not getting it, I'll just be pondering about it, thinking about it. How am I going to get? So like, it's not something I was doing it for fun. I took it seriously. So if I'm seeing these results, I'm not surprised because
Yeah.
I'm someone that I took it very, very seriously. I was dreaming about it. Everything, eating, everything was about this craft. Everything was about this craft. Because sometimes you get pissed off if you see your colleagues, young boys like you, achieving is very big and you can't do it. You need to be obsessed with
Yeah.
yourself and
It's serious.
so it was a learning process, and one thing that too changes what I understood that the market is everyone sees the market differently. That is what changed. I was thinking we have to all do the same thing, but as I remembered, everyone sees the market differently. If someone is buying, doesn't mean you have to also buy. If someone is selling, doesn't mean you have to. You need to know what works for you. So as I started going back and checking my winning trades, I noticed some common things among the trades I've been taking. I took a notebook, wrote the patterns, did my top-down analysis, and saw these are the common things that was reflecting in the trades that I've been taking. I just stick to it. So now I'm not bothered. Yesterday I was in this someone's group. I was just monitoring how the person is doing this thing. The person predicted a buy on GBP USD. It went in his favor. He made a lot of money. I wasn't pissed off because that's not how I trade. He predicted this buy. He said buy. He posted it in his signal group buy. Some people took the trade. I'm not bothered because that's not how I trade. So you don't have to be doing things blindly because someone is doing it. The person if I said, oh, I'm stopping the way I'm trading and I'm going to learn how the person is trading, it's going to take me a long time because
Long time.
the person has mastered the way he sees the chart. It has taken him like 5 years, 4 years. So why should I simply move and do what the person is doing? It's not worth it. So if it is not in my plan, just forget about it. Because if you can't explain why you lose a trade, then you don't understand your strategy. You need to if you lose a trade and the probability is not just the probability is not in your favor and it was intentional, then you need to there's a work you need to work on your strategy. So it's all about being patient, just have time for yourself, work on your system. That's all
Yeah.
you get.
Mentor, this pair to Euro card, I think it moves nicely, but
Then try it.
like when it's selling, it moves nicely. When it's buying, to it goes nicely.
Okay, but for me, they are more key with the person.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the trends. I'm seeing the trends. I'm seeing that. But for me, I'm not going to add any play to my person. I'm okay. Okay, all right. So let's call it a day.
Now we go down.
You're in Jordan.
I came in a little profit and then I came back to go down.
It's for the the percentage is how much?
I think it's 1.2%.
drawdown.
drawdown. Yeah.
Mm. Why you were in profits?
Yeah, I was in profit. I was in profit like how much? I was like 1.5 or almost 2%.
Then
Yeah.
this week, next week they pay out, or you try to recover to receive the payout.
Yeah, I have to recover first.
You need to be patient.
I'll try and recover.
But at least you've tried. You've been able to pass phase 1, phase 2. You've tried. But it's your first time, so normal. You just have to take it slow. So if you get a trade that is going moving well, you just allow it to run so that you'll be able to recover. So Brainy 2 will start trading the profit and you see how it will the highest. So I'm just going to you are going to trade. So next week I will try. If I make the withdrawal, I will tell you so that you buy it. So are you going to trade all pairs or you are going to stick with few? What do you think, Brainy?
Not much.
Now I'm asking you. Do you think we should add other pairs? I'm asking, should we add other pairs or when we are
Let's focus on the
GU or USD CHF too? But there's no,
the other place. Let's focus on another.
we should add USD CHF.
Yes.
I'm asking,
But
or we should trade that one for some time before, because it's only one trade so far. Yeah,
I'm not really
confident. Yeah.
Let me check it out on our normal account.
Yeah.
So that we'll focus only on the
GBP USD,
videos.
and we are going to allow the trade to run through so that you can get full potential on the trade.
That one.
So this is how I trade it. First, when I'm trading the challenge, I go in 2% per position, 2%, because I believe in my strategy. So I trade it 2%. So if you get a good trade, like 1 to 2 trade, then you are getting 4% on one position. So with 2 or 3 trades, you can pass it. So that's how I normally do it. But when it comes to this normal, when I get the account, I use 1%. And even with the strategy, if I'm increasing the risk to 3%, it's not a problem, because I strongly believe in my strategy. So let's see, maybe next week. So next week I'll let if I make the withdrawal. But I don't want to use my personal money to be doing that. I want to use So next week, when I make the withdrawal, I'll let you know so that you buy the FTMO. Okay, let me check the price. Right. All right. So thank you. All right. Yeah, brother Frederick.
What was saying something when we'll meet so that we chose more.
$70. So, but let's